Good morning, students. In continuation to our lecture on law of industrial and intellectual property, we have completed our unit 1 already. Now we will see unit 2, and in unit 2 the topics are differences in resources for patent examination between developed and developing societies. એન્ડ વોટ ઇઝ ધ ઇન્ડિયન સિચ્યુએશન, રાઈટ? આપણે જે લો ઓફ ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ એન્ડ ઇન્ટેલેક્ચ્યુઅલ પ્રોપર્ટીનું સબ્જેક્ટ છે એમાં પેટન્ટ એક્ઝામિનેશન રિલેટેડ જે વાદ ચાલે છે કે ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રીઝ એન્ડ ડેવલપિંગ સોસાયટીઝ એટલે ડેવલપિંગ નેશન્સ વી કેન સે, તો એ જે રેગ્યુલર પ્રોસિજર છે પેટન્ટ એપ્લિકેશનથી લઈને રજિસ્ટ્રેશન અને પેટન્ટ એક્ઝામિનેશનની, તો પ્રોસિજરમાં ઘણો ફેર પડે છે. દાખલા તરીકે જો ભારતમાં કોઈએ પેટન્ટ રજિસ્ટ્રેશન કર્યું હશે ત્યારે જે નોર્મ્સ ફોલો કરવાનું હોય એ નોર્મ્સ કરતાં બીજા દેશમાં, જ્યારે આપણે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ લેવલ પર સેમ ઇન્વેન્શન માટે કે ઇનોવેશન માટે કે કોઈ વિશેષ મેથોડોલોજી માટે પેટન્ટ લેવું હોય ત્યારે ઘણી ડિફિકલ્ટીઝ નિર્માણ થાય છે. ઘણી વસ્તુ પ્રૂવ કરવી પડે, એવિડન્સ આપવા પડે. તો એ જે ડિબેટ છે કે ડેવલપિંગ કન્ટ્રીઝ એન્ડ ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રીઝ એ બંને વચ્ચેની જે તફાવત છે, તો એના વિશે આજે આપણે આમાં આ લેક્ચરમાં જોઈશું. તો મેઇન જે ઓબ્જેક્ટ છે કે ઓબ્જેક્શન લેવામાં આવે છે કે જે પ્રોટેક્શન પોલિસી છે પેટન્ટ માટેની તે ઇકોનોમિક ગ્રોથ એન્ડ ડેવલપમેન્ટ રિલેટેડ હોવી જોઈએ, જેથી કરીને ડેવલપિંગ કન્ટ્રીઝ જે છે અથવા those countries which have limited resources, they obviously they have limited resources for innovation or invention also. So in that sense they should get benefit for the patent registration of new varieties and new inventions. So એક તો પહેલા ક્વેશ્ચન આવે છે પ્રાઇસનું, કે જે ઇન્ક્રીઝિંગ પ્રાઇસીસ છે ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રીઝ માટે તો એ ઇઝીલી અવેલેબિલિટી હોય, બધા રિસોર્સિસ હોય સંશોધન કરવા માટે. એન્ડ પર્ટિક્યુલરલી વેન ધ રિસર્ચ ઇઝ ઇન ધ ફિલ્ડ ઓફ ફાર્માસ્યુટિકલ્સ એન્ડ મેડિસિન, they have good technically developed labs and they have the raw material available in their own country at low prices. Electricity, water and good environment, that is also the very important aspect of any research. So when the patent is registered in the field of pharmaceutical or medicine, the developed countries are always in front position in the race, and developing countries, they are dependent of certain other countries for even research also. So at that time, if any company or any such person who want to make a registration under Patent Registration Act, if he want to register it in his own country, it is easily or maybe with smoothly it can be done. But when he has to take the patent for same thing, same research at international level, or we can say other countries, then because anyone who is registering patent, obviously there is business mind also, and to give the benefit to other countries also. કોઈ પણ રિસર્ચ કરે, ઇન્વેન્શન કરે, પછી એ પ્રોડક્ટને બનાવવું, માર્કેટિંગ કરવું, એને સેલ કરવું, અથવા એટલીસ્ટ એની રેસીપી અથવા પ્રોસિજર ઓર એનું જે મેથડ છે અથવા ફોર્મ્યુલા છે એ સેલ કરવું, એ ઇન્ટેન્શન તો હોય. ત્યારે ઇન્ટરનેશનલ લેવલ પર એ એટ્રીબ્યુટ્સ ફોલો કરે છે કે નહીં અને એ પાસ થઈ જશે કે નહીં, આ એક ડિબેટેબલ મુદ્દો છે. તો ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રીઝ એન્ડ ડેવલપિંગ કન્ટ્રીઝમાં જે ડિફરન્સીસ પડે છે એ ડિફરન્સીસને આપણે આજે આ લેક્ચરમાં ખાસ જોઈશું. ઓકે, સો મેની ટાઈમ્સ ઇટ ઇઝ નોટ સરપ્રાઇઝિંગ કે પેટન્ટ અપ્લાય ઓનલી પ્રોસ્પેક્ટિવલી, એ આ ફ્યુચરનું જ હોય. Products that are already in the market, they are not required to have the patent because there may not be much variation in the formula or the 90% of legitimate drugs on the market, they have the equal raw material and equal elements, so there is not needed. So whatever invention or whatever patent registration is for only new drugs, if it is in medicine or pharmaceutical substances. Other technology based like information technology, or as you know, mobile companies or any other such technology which is related to IT, that also has innovations, but it becomes very difficult if a person want to make a registration in international level when he is coming from the developing countries, right? So here the main issue is regarding the prices or the estimated cost of the invention and production. So this should be taken into consideration. The other objection sometimes raised is developed countries have interest to use the intellectual property system to deprive a developing country. What they do, they hire such intellectual persons, good educated and skillful researchers, by paying them higher salaries, and then they register the patent for their own country. That we have seen, they hire or they many a time make contracts or agreements with such persons for high salary. They use them for their own products and then relieve them after the use has been done. So this because developing countries are not in a condition to pay in such a high salary to such researchers or own citizens who are really scholar and skillful. They also of course prefer to go abroad and work with the developed countries where they get more freedom for the research and inventions and making their own technology. So this is what we say, that brain drain. This is what we are giving them good facilities for education. We provide them free of cost education for higher education and with good facility, and afterwards when they complete it, they are not giving the benefit of their own knowledge to the parent country, but they go abroad for little bit more money. So this is what another objection of the debate, that research and innovation, why we are lacking, particularly why developing countries are lacking such research and innovation in the technology, in the science, in the medicines, in the pharmaceuticals and all that things. So this particular point also is very interesting, that patents have been obtained on technological advances that build and improved on traditional knowledge. So this is an appropriate use of the patent system. In other cases also, it appears that individuals have filed patent applications claiming that they invented technology that was in fact not even invented by them, but derived from others, on technology that was not new but it was well known. And although the patent application are examined for novelty, the examination is no better than the collection of information available to the examiner. So the debatable question is that examination system of the patent, that before allotting the patent confirmation or on examination of any application for the patent of new invention or research, what is the criteria to test, or what is the procedure for examining such patent application in developing countries is much more harder in the developed countries. So when a person who easily can get the patent application passed through the examination system in developing countries, it may become for him a difficult task for when he goes to the international patent examination. So this is what we can say, it's a big difference between both the criteria, that developing countries and developed countries, they have the patent examination on different attributes. આ બંને વચ્ચે ત્યારે ફેર પડે છે, પર્ટિક્યુલરલી જ્યારે ટેકનોલોજી બેઝડ પેટન્ટ હોય તો ઇટ મે બી હેવિંગ રિયલી અ ગુડ ઇન્વેન્શન, ગુડ રિસર્ચ and good evidence for it also, but when some of the researchers they are claiming for novelty, એ કહે છે કે અમારું જે છે એ નવું છે, રિસર્ચ નવું છે, પણ આપણે જો જોઈશું તો એ ટ્રેડિશનલ નોલેજ પર બેસ્ડ હોય, ત્યારે એમને ટ્રેડિશનલ નોલેજ અને ન્યૂ ઇન્વેન્ટેડ રિસર્ચ આ બંને વચ્ચેનો ફેર પ્રૂવ કરવું બહુ અઘરું પડી શકે છે. તો ડેવલપિંગ કન્ટ્રીઝ એન્ડ ડેવલપ્ડ કન્ટ્રીઝમાં પેટન્ટ એક્ઝામિનેશનની જે સિસ્ટમ છે એનામાં આ એક ડિબેટ કેટલા વખતથી ચાલી રહ્યું છે. હવે બીજો એક પોઈન્ટ જો આપણે જોઈશું તો ટેકનિકલ આસિસ્ટન્સ દેટ વર્ક્સ. આપણે જો જોઈશું તો ઘણા બધા જે પેટન્ટ્સ ફોરેન કન્ટ્રીઝમાં રજિસ્ટર થાય છે, ત્યારે એમના પેટન્ટ એક્ઝામિનેશન માટે એમની પાસે ટેકનિકલ નોલેજ અવેલેબલ છે. ઇન્ટેલેક્ચ્યુઅલ પ્રોપર્ટી માટે જો લોકલ નીડ્સ છે, ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ છે, ઇફેક્ટિવ કમ્યુનિકેશન છે પોલિસી મેકર્સ જોડે, લોકલ ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ છે તો એના માટે એમને પ્રોડ્યુસર્સ મળે છે, રિસોર્સિસ અવેલેબલ કરવામાં આવે છે. But what about the developing countries? Some developing countries they have product with export potential. Many are seeking ways to protect their natural and cultural assets. The using property to accomplish those objectives demonstrate its benefit also, but they do not have such support system. So at that time again it becomes a hurdle for developing countries to easily face the examination of patent registration. So building local support is also a requirement for each and every developing country, while if they are going to register the patent under international countries. So there should be different attributes on which the criteria should be fixed by the developing countries also in consultation with the international requirement of the patent examination. So this is what we should take into consideration about the examination of patent registration between developed and developing countries. Okay, regarding the patent examination, there are certain guidelines. If we see that Doha Development Agenda on Intellectual Property Rights, so there is compulsory licensing for countries without domestic manufacturing committee. So this is what the guideline, if the developing countries are following such guidelines, then it will be easy for them to make such patent examination. So in Doha Ministerial, the Doha Ministerial instructed the TRIPS, that is Trade Related Intellectual Property Aspect Council, to find a solution for countries with sufficient or no manufacturing capacity in the pharmaceutical sectors before the end of the 2002, and focusing on this gap in authority for effective compulsory license in non-manufacturing countries. Opponents of intellectual property protection proposed a broad weakening of the compulsory licensing disciplines. So in this way there should be some requirement to the agreement to permit the countries without domestic manufacturing capacity in the pharmaceutical sector to import pharmaceutical products. So this is what the steps have been taken to provide certain facilities, certain requirements to the countries which are not able to make such manufacture in pharmaceutical on their own. So this solution called for the dual compulsory licensing to meet an emergency. So this also help for requirements of the patent examination afterwards. Now in the case of geographical indications, The TRIPS agreement provides two-level protection for geographical indications. So all goods must be protected against use of an indication on goods or in a mark that indicates goods originate in a place other than their true origin, and that misleads the public as to the true origin of the goods. So that in between, if you may be aware that in our own country the debate was on whether that Rasgulla is from West Bengal or Orissa, and this debate was having controversy between the origination of the recipe of preparing such Rasgulla, and after a long debate ultimately it was decided that it will be given geographical indication to the West Bengal on that recipe. So this is what when the question arises regarding geographical indication, there should be certain requirements accompanied by the expressions like kind, type, style, imitation or the like, and such originated or not originated, whether it is resemblance or a byproduct of a original recipe. So that should be taken into consideration, and then only the controversy regarding examining of the patent registration will be come to an end. So if you see that even United States has expressed support only for a voluntary system of registration as opposed to extending the higher level protection to the other goods. So this is what the TRIPS Council has considered two issues: whether to create a multilateral system for registration of geographical indications for certain goods, or whether to extend the higher level protection on the other goods. So this is what the TRIPS has given certain requirement. Then again the traditional knowledge and folklore, that is also a question when developed countries opposed to the measures for certain traditional knowledge, and that should be used in invention. And because such knowledge, such traditions, they are already in existence in a native country of that nature. And if you know that developing countries, they are even not aware about the inventions made on such traditions, customs and knowledge available in their own country by the other person or foreign nationals, and they even doesn't have any information regarding whether the patent has been registered on this based on the same knowledge. So this is what should be taken into consideration while examining the patent. So this is a question of debate in developing and developed countries based on the patent registration and its examination. Again, there are certain principal mandates of the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, to offer technical assistance to developing countries. So they should be given the benefit for registering, filing and examining the patents. Then WIPO Patent Information Services for developing countries. They offer free of charge on the basis of contribution made by in the main party by a number of industrial property offices worldwide, and on the online searches undertaken by the WIPO. Then there are different type of services which are provided by WIPO, that is state of the art search reports, where such reports identify the state of the art as reflected in patent document and non-patent literature in respect of a technical problem described in the request. Then why the search, why should search a state of the art, then why such search reports should be generated, why do we search report content. So this is what the requirement by WIPO. Then another that copies of individual patent documents should be provided to the respected country, respected person, so it will be easy for the respected person to face patent examination at even international level and all that. So these are the few points where developing countries and developed countries, they have a debate, a controversy on patent examination system. So what will be the issues and how the solution should be taken out of it, we will see in the next lecture, and what will be the Indian scenario, that will be seen. Okay.